Yeah, well, I've got my tractor and trailer here, good old Massey 265, and I got trailer on with some tools, so I'm just about to place a stake in the wood. Got a couple of new stakes there, and a sledgehammer and bar, so I'm going to take those up to the post and repair it. Okay, so the first thing you've got to do when you've got an old stake is to take out the old staple, which is just there holding the wire in. And for that I'm using basically a punch. You can see there the punch and a hammer. And just get in behind there. And the old staple should come out. There we go. So there's the old staple. Might be able to reuse that later. I'll do the same for the one below. Not always easy to get these out. There we go. So I've got both the staples out, and there's the stake. And you can see how rotten it is at the bottom. No good to anyone. So the next thing is I've got to dig a hole. Now the trouble up here is very rocky, and I'm going to try and dig where the old stake was. So I can just see down there possibly the top of the old stake. So what I'm going to do is just try and dig that out, and we'll see how we get on with that. So I've got my trusty spade. Very rocky. It's more a case of really just trying to get something in the ground rather than being sure that you're going to get it really solid. I mean, this isn't actually really used for cattle anymore. It's more of a boundary marker really. There we go, I've got the old one out. So that's a bit of a result. And you can see there, you know, it's again rotten, but it always rots off just at ground level where it gets damp and dry at different times. Doesn't rot in the ground, doesn't rot above the ground, which is rather annoying. So I'm going to put the new post in now. Here we go, new stake. So that's going back in the old hole. There we go. Okay. So I've got my 14-pound hammer here, so I'm going to whack this in a bit quick. Yeah, that's quite firm. So that's not bad now, so I've got that pretty firm. All I've got to do now is put these staples in. And I'll bring the camera a bit closer. See if we can get this down on the stand. I haven't bothered turning it off, so let's see what I can do here. Quick view there. There we go, a couple of staples, wire back up. Not going to worry about it being tight because it's just a boundary.
Actually that bottom wire is quite tight anyway.
There we go. So if I just pull this camera back a bit, there you can see now we've got one firm post in. The wire is a little bit slack, but that's not so important. It's just the fact that it's a boundary and it's there, and I can give it a wobble. That's good. And there's the old stake down there on the tool. So I'm going to take this back to the tractor now and get home because I'm a bit late. I stopped for a chat halfway through filming this.